property. I said that my RV
Yes.
was 2/3 in
Yes.
city limits, 1/3 out, but I slept on the north side and I really did.
Okay.
And when they did the map, I was exactly 2/3, 1/3.
Nice.
I know where my corner markers are. I found
Okay.
about 7 or 8 corner markers.
Are we
Survey markers.
ready?
I believe so.
Okay,
It's on the screen.
okay, very good. Let's pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let the record show that we're all present and we do have a quorum. Those who'd like to join me, I'd like to start this meeting with a prayer. Gracious Father, I ask for your blessing for all of our town council and give us guidance and to work towards the betterment of the town of Shoshoni. Bless our citizens and bless the people that we know that are fighting illness, that they may prevail. I ask this in your name, Lord. Amen. Amen. I have a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll approve the agenda.
Second.
Been moved by Councilwoman Hartke, second by Councilman Stetler. Any further discussion? None being, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed the same. Motion passed all in the affirmative. Any communications from citizens?
Evening, Mayor Highsmith. My name is Freddie Ellis. I just have 2 questions really quick, if you don't, well, actually 3, but no problem. I've been hearing quite a bit about the ambulance service, and I was gonna ask Chris tonight if he was here, but obviously he's not. I think it's you are next in charge of that, but anyway, how would that work if, once we do get the ambulance service in here, okay? Can the people ask to be taken to a different hospital instead of Riverton?
It's my understanding would be yes, because to my understanding, we have no agreement with any hospital. We do not have an agreement with the county. The county has rejected working with us. I hope that changes, but they do not. It's that's an overview, but I don't know if there's some legalities that we have to take it to the closest care facility, or, I honestly do not know.
Okay.
I know I drove myself to Casper.
Mhm,
Well, I had my wife meet me in Walton when I had a heart attack.
mhm.
We went to Casper by choice. We didn't call for an ambulance
Mhm.
because we was there before an ambulance we was in Casper before an ambulance would have showed up.
Oh, right.
So, but in any event, I do not know the legal answer
Mhm.
that we'd be required to do that. I do not know.
Okay, sounds good, sounds good. And number 2, if you don't mind, I've been talking to people about the farmer's market, and is there any way we could get maybe the city involved to help out with the safety issues of people crossing the street over there where Tom's Auto used to be? The Troll Town Supply, that's what I'm talking about. Maybe we could, I don't know, put in like a painted crosswalk or something?
Traffic control, that is a state highway. The town has no authority on that. We've requested other crosswalks and the requests have been declined. Any traffic signals, crosswalks is all, that's state. Wyoming DOT. The town of Shoshoni has no authority over that.
Thank you very much. for your
Any,
time.
you said there was a third.
Well, I was just kind of wondering if, it's gonna be kind of, I know this is an election year, but it's also gonna be Veterans Day is, November 11th of this year, as it is every year. But I was just wondering, would the city, would the town be, what's what I'm looking for?
Agreeable,
Yes, thank you.
Minimal.
Agreeable to, join me and maybe celebrating, the veterans, at this park over here. Just to bring in some flags and say a prayer. Of course, just recognize them for their service.
I personally would be happy to do that. You can reserve the park
Mhm,
for that event.
mhm,
We can, put it out, it's a happening,
mhm.
advertise it and if, the governing body wants to decide to make it a town event, that's something we can discuss,
Okay,
and, but I'd happy to be involved with that, but that's something we can, the governing body can kick around,
okay, perfect.
so that's
That will work. Thank you for your time, sir.
very good. Thanks. Thank you, Freddie. Andy, we have any other? Anybody, audience? Meaning would like to give us communication. We have anybody online that was raising their hand would like to talk? Anybody requesting to speak? Okay. Being none, we'll move on to the consent agenda. Can I have a motion to approve the consent agenda? That's the approval of the minutes, August 13th, 2024. Approval of the bills, August 14th, 2024 through August 27th, 2024. Can I have a motion to approve?
I move we approve the consent agenda.
I have a motion to approve the consent agenda by Councilman Stetler. Can I have
I'll
a
second it.
second? Second by Councilwoman Hartke. Discussion. Any discussion? None being, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed the same. Motion passed all affirmative. We don't have no appearances by citizens. Resolution permit. We have a business license. Kenneth Post. Lincoln Services LLC, that's a tree servicing business. Clerk, do we have any information on that you
No,
need to
just
share? Where are they from?
Riverton,
From Riverton?
we're out of Riverton. That's all the information that he provided. You didn't provide any comments or anything.
Is he associated with Matt Post up at, on top of the hill with, our tools, our tools,
Who is it?
this Ken Post.
Is he associated with Matt Post?
Oh,
That
Is
owns
he-
Tower?
Yeah, that's the only post I know. I wonder,
out of Riverton?
Mhm.
Who's the out of Riverton?
that's
Oh,
across the
way
street
better.
from Taco John's, or Taco
Awesome.
Time, one of the two.
Yeah, because he's given 4 Crow Avenue. That's
Okay.
the Address.
That's his mailing address, okay.
Yeah.
Can I have a motion to approve the business license for Ken Post?
I move we approve the business license.
Moved by
Second it.
Councilman Stetler, second by Councilwoman Hartke. Any further discussion? None being, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, all same, motion passed. Consumption permit, Shoshoni hot summer nights. Kim, do you have information on that, hours?
That's for the days in the park concert / concert. 8:31 from 12 until
That's midnight,
midnight.
From noon to midnight,
1200
Yeah.
to 0
okay, 12 to midnight. So that would be for the hot summer's night and the car show, both.
About 250 people. 100 consuming.
Is this just malt beverage?
It's malt wine coolers.
Malt and wine coolers. Is this gonna be catered or is it B.O.B. or what is it?
Must be B.O.B.
Doesn't
because,
designate that.
on this it says not for the sales. That,
Right, okay,
consumption, not sales, yeah.
yeah, I don't have that in front of me, so that's why I'm asking questions.
right, I thought the same thing, because last year they had, seems like somebody was on site doing liquor sales or alcohol sales.
Oh, I think you're right, yeah. I
Right.
remember that.
Seems like
Vaseline.
Vaseline and like,
Yeah.
or however it worked out, so I'm assuming they're not gonna be there, and if they're gonna do anything, it would come from Lucky Five.
Yeah.
I just noticed at the top of the same big letters, not sales, and I
Yeah,
guess
yep,
So bring your own.
bring
There
it,
you go. Yeah.
yep.
bring your own party.
Okay. So,
I move we approve the consumption permit.
been moved by Councilman Stetler, kind of a second.
I'll second it.
Been seconded by Councilman Harkey, we approve the consumption permit for Shoshoni Hot Summer Nights for the 31st of August from 12 noon to 12 midnight. Any further discussion? None being, all in favor, say aye. Aye, opposed the same, motion passed, all in affirmative. Unfinished business, zoning workshop, we like to reschedule that for next Tuesday, September 3rd at what, 7:30?
Let's ask Tammy,
You want to do it at 6:30?
fine with me.
Yeah, I got no problem with
Yeah,
that.
the earlier we get done, it's easier.
We're gonna, I think we're gonna have a bid opening at 7. That's my next.
Can we do it the other way around? Have the bid opening first?
Well, that's what I was wanting to do. I mean, yeah, we could, yeah. We can,
Yeah, and then,
we can make them come to us, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So.
Or we
yeah,
could do
we'll
the
that.
workshop from 6 to 7.
well, I'm thinking last time we took about 2 hours.
Right, so.
And I'm
no,
thinking
you're
if we
right.
do bid opening at 7, we'll only take an hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well. So what works for, when can you be here, Jake?
Oh, like 6:05 or later.
6:30 for Tammy.
Or 6:05, I can do that too.
Like 6, basically.
Yeah.
Like, might be a couple.
So what, we will have the bid opening 6 o'clock? That work? Okay, I'm glad I thought of that. And then at 6:30, we'll have our work session
Right.
at 6:30.
And we'll be done at 7.
So, as soon as the bid opening is over, we start.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll close that meeting open there. Very good. That didn't take long to figure that out. Teamwork. Okay.
What was the date?
September 3rd.
Tuesday.
Tuesday, September 3rd. Got that knocked out. New business, Main Street Road closure. That's something we've been doing in the past. I believe they wanna start closing it at, I believe at 10 a.m. Is that correct? Yeah,
I didn't hear an exact time. I know I'm showing up probably between 9:30 and 10 to set up for registering all the cars that are coming in, which will probably they come in early every
yeah,
year.
I went,
So,
yeah, I went down an hour earlier and there was cars all over
Yeah.
already last year.
yeah. So definitely by 10.
Can we do it for 8?
Yeah, that's what I'm
That would
thinking.
make it, yeah, but wouldn't
I
inconvenience
think
any
that
of the
would be a
owners.
lot better.
Well, why don't you close it at midnight or 10 o'clock previous night?
That's a good
I
idea.
was say, what, cause if,
It's close at midnight to midnight or something.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
could you extend it to, so do the workers get paid, they have to be paid overtime to come do this on their Saturday? To close the road?
I think work, I believe.
think
the
volunteers
people-
for the-
Volunteers
yeah,
can do
it's
that
just
to run up.
volunteers.
Oh, so it's not town employees that do?
No,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
We did it last year.
Yeah.
so I just to close it the day before, like in the evening, whatever.
Midnight to midnight.
Well, it doesn't happen.
They set the block, said if it was 6 o'clock Friday, then they could set, the guys could work to get blocks set Friday.
Yeah,
Toward the end of day Friday, because I think it only affects one homeowner
Yeah.
Correct.
over there.
Jay.
And he could park on the other side of it, I mean, but it would probably be a little less stressful on everybody else's end as far as come Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Actually, 2 homeowners.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know if it's not set up, I know there was one year when it wasn't blocked off yet, and that was chaos.
Yeah, they come in around the other
Yeah.
side and all sorts
Yeah.
of, that's a good point, Mike.
Yeah, because I wasn't able to stop them because there were so many coming in at once
Yeah.
and without the barricades there. Yeah.
And it caused confusion and keeping the cars in order and where they should be parked
Yep.
and it caused chaos.
Yep, it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a lot better.
I'd close the day before sometime, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Whatever,
Okay,
and close it till. I don't see why it can't be closed for,
They can pull the barricades after the concert that night, at
Yeah.
midnight,
yeah,
Friday 6 PM till Sunday 2 AM.
Okay,
Second,
been moved that we close Main Street between Second and First Street from 6 p.m. Friday, the 30th till 2 a.m. September 1st.
Yep.
Any further discussion? None being, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Pulls the same. Motion passed, all in the affirmative. Public Works. Mike, do you have some enlightenment for us?
Good evening, Mayor Heisler and fellow council members. Mike, we've been very busy these last couple of months. The water tank has been cleaned and inspected. The overall exterior condition is good. It appears in good condition, but there's some coating failure with corrosion over it. For the interior of the tank, above and below the water line, the overall condition appears to be in good condition. When they cleaned it, there was a light skip of sediment with coating debris, the paint chipping off the seal at the top of it. There's also a coating failure with corrosion over the pump out. They had 4 recommendations. The first one was to begin budgeting for blast or recoat. Number 2, epoxy repair the most severe areas of coating failure with the corrosion as noted. consider having Midco install a patch mixer. And number 4 is have Midco clean the inspect every 3 years or less. I got one quote from TMS, the Tank Maintenance Solutions. It is $72,839. They said the work would take approximately 3 weeks. 7 to 10 days to re-blast. To blast and recoat, depending on the weather. When we do that, we'd have to figure out how to store water for an emergency, such as fire suppression. Talking with people around here, they said they've done it before, they set up a tank. Up on Brace. We set up a tank somewhere over that way. For shop fire suppression.
It would, well, they do make portable, actually, they make tanks that you can put up to what food use. That actually use some fracking and stuff, but could hold, maybe that could hold that quantity of water.
How much water do you need? I mean, in that scenario,
500,000 gallons is what we have.
Oh, about 10,000.
Well, that isn't much to fight a fire.
How long you got enough for fire? I could talk to the fire marshal.
Yeah, right.
See what he said.
we could do. There's enough water haulers around here that could just bring in their trailers are 130 barrel, almost 10,000 gallons per trailer. Like what MEI did, they just fill up at the hydrant north of town, or east of town. You just fill up a couple of trailers, because I know that the fire trucks can cam lock into the back of those very easily if we have to transfer water into a fire truck without having back systems or anything.
But if you got a big fire, what's the GPM of fire truck?
A lot. But our tanks on a typical truck, we only have 3,000 gallons on the truck, so a tanker. If you had 2 or 3 tankers supplied, if it was a major fire, Riverton and then Missouri Valley will respond. Best case scenario. But if you had 20-30,000 gallons, 3 or 4 trailers on site, that'd be. It should be ample as far as. If the county knew, then they would, if there was an emergency, then they would make arrangements to draft out of Boise. And we would shuttle water to Shoshoni if the tanks run out.
You also have well number 4. Which is not. Does not go to the tank, is that correct?
Correct.
Well, the tank would have to.
Well,
drained and everything.
right, but I'm saying, well number 4 doesn't go to the tank, so you do have some water coming in.
Sure.
But I don't know.
No, well, if we,
Number 4. Well, number 4 would be all right.
Yes,
with our new, next year, we're gonna have our new well houses in. Would we have at least 2 wells that we could turn to the town in case of fire? We would, wouldn't we?
Yeah, we could just shut off and bypass. that
Right.
tank.
Yeah.
There, we can isolate that,
Right.
run water straight from well 2, 5, and 6.
if that's the case, you would have the tankers.
No, the fire department, that's just how we would.
But-
Yeah,
But I think the fire, I might be wrong, but the fire truck may be pumping more than we're. What I remember when Sid's burnt down the Camels, they had Halliburton here helping us put out that fire. That I remember.
yeah, they had for
Yeah,
water trucks, yeah,
yeah.
they sucked out.
And I don't know if they sucked the tank down. I don't know what happened, but but I do remember there was pictures of Halliburton there in the paper.
Probably start with the fire marshal and ask.
Yeah, I didn't get advice and what they would require us to have. I know. The city, I mean, the school, why they drove a well to irrigate, because the fire marshal said we didn't have enough water to irrigate the football fields and everything. If we had like 2 fires going on at the same time, we didn't have enough storage.
with our 500,000 gallons.
Well, that might be another backup plan. So we've hooked into the school hydrant. Are the school hydrants on their own well? You know that?
They
I
have for
can answer.
irrigation. But
They-
they cannot be tied in with anything that has, they can't get tied into our potable water.
Yeah,
So
the
so the hydrants that the school has are,
They're probably potable
They're,
water.
they're part of ours.
they're part of ours.
Yes,
Okay.
so we
That
could,
wouldn't work.
yeah.
I would think with having the wells online and having a tanker or two, that ain't gonna be real cheap to have them sit there for 3 weeks, but probably not terrible expensive.
But you can rent, frac tanks.
And there would be several options. There's enough local guys, whether you go with the
Them
500
them are
barrels.
400, 400 barrel, 500 barrel, yes.
I think we should go with option A, really. On. Rather, he gave the 4 options of repair,
What was option A, the 72,000?
do it right and be done, was option A.
2,839.
This is all next year's stuff, though.
This would be, yeah.
Yeah, well,
25,
we don't have
26
it,
budget.
yeah, we could. And this is something that could,
It's not,
we can do a
Right,
few
we can-
years down the
couple,
road.
3 years, as long as you get the money.
Okay.
And if you wanna get that, the ones on inside the tank, epoxy. It would be, for 8 hours, it'd be 3,800 to 4,300 dollars.
Can they epoxy
And
that
then yeah, they can epoxy.
with the
Yeah.
water in it,
Divers. The divers will go in and clean it and epoxy it,
underwater?
yeah, underwater.
Okay.
I talked to TMS about that. And then anything over 8 hours would be $480 an hour.
They're suggesting there's a couple things we should address
Yeah,
pretty soon. And we got a few
Oh,
years.
so they're saying do all the options.
Yeah. yeah, that, if you want to epoxy, but, we don't do it all at once. It'd be that 72,000. Drain the tank.
But they're saying we should get it epoxied,
No,
like,
you don't have to.
Pretty
I mean,
quick.
it just recommendation. There's some of the bad areas on the.
I think that's a good, I'd be epoxy. Tanks in the
Well, most
oil.
of it is by the drain that goes out.
Right.
The other one where it comes in. It's pretty much. Yeah, pictures, I haven't, flash drive, what they. For that patch mixer, I haven't researched that yet. That's just to keep the water mixed. Cause basically, when you're using that tank, you're only using 1/4 of it. The water up on top. Whatever being used.
Mhm. Our new
Just sort of-
system we're putting in, Mike, would the chlorination from this well 4 work or between the two? I mean, how we're gonna make sure our water's
But they're gonna be flow based,
right?
so whatever that pump is pushing.
Yeah,
it's gonna
correct.
Push it out. Same with them there.
Yeah.
They'll be flow based.
You bet.
I
That's
got,
what I thought.
yeah, I got, I had to get the pressure for it, well,
Right.
for Hawkins.
We. I think you go ahead and talk to the fire marshal and start looking forward to what we need to do this.
Mhm.
And then we can, when you get more information, bring it to us and sort of take it around and see if it's something we can try to do next year, the year after, whatever works.
Okay.
But yeah, the fire marshal would be an important one to talk with and probably better after we get these new well houses in.
Mhm.
So we got all of that up and running good
valves.
before we tackle something like this. Would be my thought.
Right.
Makes sense.
The sod has been ordered, what we were building. 3 sides, it'll be here delivered and installed on September 15th.
Okay,
Bart, he's busy working on the printers. On the inspection of the airport, everything was good, the runways, the mowing of the grass, the windsock. That was all good on the inspection. Mike, he's been doing demo down at the Rock Park. And I have him keeping track of his hours when he's working down
Yes.
there. In kind labor, I guess.
Mhm.
I got him keeping track of his hours. Yeah. All right. Good one. You wanna take what we demoed out of there? The cinder blocks and concrete?
Yeah, I'll swing over and look at what the pile has become. I didn't know anything was going on there, but I'll let you know what we could do.
Okay. And we got it, it's all piled up there. Yeah. And then this concrete that was.
Okay.
Not here too. We hold that down.
Gotcha. Everything's down at Rock Park.
Yeah. We got it, push it down.
Okay.
Hold it. That's about all we got. Any questions?
I need to thank you for checking my water meter. Do you have a program or, how do you check? How many water meters were not registering or completely broke
Completely broke?
or not running or meter not running, whatever? Yeah,
How many?
yeah,
Melissa's putting together
Yeah, Melissa has
a
that.
list, yeah.
I think she gave that to Mike. Today on-
okay.
And tomorrow is Saturday, they're gonna be reading some something off. They'll be reading meters.
One of them was mine.
One of them yours.
Yeah, it was a pit that wasn't working.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a pretty new one too, huh?
Yeah. So I get a water bill every month, but I don't know how much water I use.
Sure.
And so, we need to find out, that's one thing that, Jim Gore said, we need to find out how much water we're using. If the meters don't work.
Yeah.
We can't do a lot of stuff. How much do we need, everything from a bigger tank, to new well, whatever. We need to find out how much water we use.
Okay. We're working on that. Yeah. I'll let you know when. Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, I think we sent letters out. Didn't you send letters out to everybody that had, water meters that weren't working properly?
Yeah, they.
Yes,
Yeah, I got one.
yeah. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate the report.
I don't get the water bill. The accounting department does.
Do you have anything for us, Mike?
No,
Boss?
You see Bart working hard and Mike out here on this sprinkler system. Gonna take a lot of work. Thank you.
Well, we're doing that and trying to keep everything. Steve's been doing a real good job, I believe, of keeping the weeds down for us. Been, our whole department's been working good. Mr. Stetler, do you have anything for us like that?
Nothing immediately pending.
Councilwoman?
Yep.
Have nothing. I got a couple things. Wanna talk about, we had, company, they're off out of Texas, came in with rail car. They repair rail cars similar to that we had in here before. They came up yesterday. I spent all day with them. They were here at 8:30. They went and looked at the facility. Went to Thermopolis, went on Buffalo, ate lunch. Came back, went through the school. They were really impressed with our school. Bruce gave us a pretty good tour all through the school. They're really impressed. They'll be hiring welders. They want to hire local people. They said the high school shop, they've never seen a high school shop as well equipped as the one that's here at Shoshoni. In fact, they said the high school shop was better than what they had at CWC. They were just blown away, with that, the STEM program and everything, the way that, the school is designed and set up for that. They've started the buildings trade program. They're building a pole barn there at the school right now. The students are working on it. And then they're gonna start their house that they've been talking about. They were just real impressed that they wanna hire local people. They did say they stopped and interviewed someone here in Wyoming that would possibly, that's got this experience, it could be the manager. They said they would probably employ 20 to 30 people. This is probably 18 months, they said, probably the time they get moved forward, get everything up and going. That was sort of the time frame they showed, but this is sort of the preliminary, couple superintendents from anyway that, and they're all avid hunters. In fact, one of them left here to go archery hunting in Sheridan. He's got a cousin who lives there. The owner is gonna be, it's a family-owned business. So CEO or whatever his title is, he's gonna be here. He's hunting here in 3 weeks or something like that here in Wyoming. But I don't know where, but they thought he'd probably be coming up then. So they met with BDW and that meeting went really well. And BDW bought the smaller building over there. That the bank had for sale. They own it again. And so, the meeting just went very, very, very good. They, we didn't get done with supper. We had supper out at Country Club in Riverton. They done that till went there after seating the student. Till about a little after 8:30 last night. I had to be down in Casper this morning. They had a housing forum, WCDA set it up, and that was very, very informative. They talked about housing across the state, and we made sure that we talked about housing for the communities the size of Shoshoni. And we kicked around, I let them know, because the group of consultants they hired are from North Carolina. So I told them, when we was 649, we was the 51st largest municipality in the state of Wyoming. So we're mid-size, out of 99, so we are truly mid-size. So a lot of stuff they're looking at is, most of the people there were Cheyenne, Casper, Gillette representative, I just wanted to remind them, they need to be looking for solutions for us also. You know what I mean? Not everything's, we're gonna look at, we need to look at everything. Right. So the meeting went, I thought, well, chatting with WCDA on some other issues and stuff. I thought the meeting was well. There was about 25 people there in person, and they said 50 people online. I could have zoomed that, I guess, but you get lots more traction in person. A lot more action, so that's what we did. On the continued on the economic development front, I mentioned last time we have a facility interested. We've had a couple more conversations. They're working on a business plan. We should have that by our next council meeting, or maybe have it some time next week, but they're working toward that. They're still serious. I was also told that, I mentioned that there's a restaurant looking at built here in Shoshoni, and I've been told by Dave, realtor, he's in contact with them, that they're very serious about putting a restaurant here. That's I think that's really both of those are really good things that the town could use. With this rail car facility would be a
be a good thing. Like they said, it's probably, could be 18 months out time they go through all the processes. You know, we're also looking at ways, working with ID Inc. That's who owns the rail car building out of Riverton. ID Inc. You know, they've been, you know, promoting economic development for 30 years in our area. But working with them on that, and they're looking at possible ways to, working with the business council to get, you know, reduced interest rates and favorable to purchasing the rail car facility. They were really impressed with the condition, how they said that rail car facility is in really good condition. It hadn't been used that much. They said to build that in today's dollars would probably be $10 million. I think originally it was built for around 3 million. Back when it was built, you know, about 18 years ago or 20, something like that. But anyway, so those are all positive things. There's probably other things, but I can't think of anything. That's the highlights. Any questions from anybody on any of that I can answer? Do you have anything, Marcia, on advice, Roshi, anything?
Nope.
Tim, do you?
Oh, I just wanted to mention when we leave tonight, if you guys could, because when I put out the paperwork for the next meeting, there's a lot of paperwork that's left.
Oh, but this is a giant zoning or
So,
ordinance deal.
but there's like old stuff.
I'm probably the
So-
worst at that. I'll apologize. 'Cause I'll
Yeah,
get-
because I don't want to take away anything I don't know. And it just, so that it's a little bit cleaner too for court each time. And you can just put it over there and I'll shred it, whatever you don't want.
Okay, it said I'm probably the worst at that. So. And nothing else? Nothing else from the audience, where we say goodnight? Can I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion.
Been moved by Councilman Harkey. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Stedler. Adjourn. Any further discussion? None being, all in favor, say aye. Aye, both the same. Motion passed. 7:42 PM. Meeting closed. Thank you, everybody.